television.
All right. Well, no choice now. He's on the television. As are we. Dan Torgman, Penelope Miller, back for 5 in 5. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Tuesday after the Bluegrass, before the Haskell Invitational. Penelope, how's it going?
It's going well. Should I cue up a little music? Get us hopping here?
Let's do it.
Have I played this before?
Oh, let's go.
Good, right? It has like big energy of what was that song that was in Rain Man?
Oof.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Vaguely, maybe at some other point. Right now, it's just not that's info that got squeezed out of my brain a while ago.
That's a visual.
Yeah.
Hello, Fabricio from Ecuador. That's awesome. And hello, KLR74 from Oklahoma.
Break into song, Penelope.
No one from Oklahoma wants me to like sing music from the musical Oklahoma. Although I do want to ride in a Story with the Fringe on top because that sounds like a sweet, sweet vehicle.
There you go. We recently did a little Oklahoma reliving it, rewatch the movie, and of course when it comes to musicals and stuff, we watched Hamilton about 25 times.
So good.
Really good. It's really good. We have a couple of friends who are holdouts. They don't want to get involved. So, hey Joe, what's up? Joe hit a pick 5 this weekend. He hit it at Keeneland, the one ending with the Bluegrass sequence. So we'll get into that in a moment. Everybody jumping on. What's going on, everybody? Oh, so that was Kristen, by the way. Hey, Kristen.
Oh, thanks, Kristen. Sorry.
And so we've got already heavy hitting questions coming up. So, all right, we'll see if we get into that. We've got a bunch of other topics to get into. So let's start. 5
right, you are.
in 5. Okay. Topic number 1, art collector, Bluegrass Stakes winner. What do you say? Priceless work of art or yard sale item when it comes to the Derby, Penelope?
I'm going with priceless work of art. I was really, really impressed by his performance there. And, I think that it's going to be tough. I mean, Tis the Law is a beast. You have Honor AP coming out of California. But if you're looking for like a cheeky horse to put in your exactor trifecta, what?
Cheeky. I like that. Look, I had my doubts about the horse coming into the race. I was like, I don't know about this horse. I don't know what kind of trip wins it, how it sets up, how it works. But he did get a nice setup, but he did everything right. Look, him and Swiss Skydiver were so much better than the rest of the field. I thought Swiss Skydiver actually ran the biggest race. She was closer to the pace. She did a lot more work early. And I was disappointed to see that they're not going to point her to the Derby. They're pointing her to the Oaks. But
I get it though. Like, it's going to be, it's just as prestigious as a race, or almost as prestigious as a race. And for her to win the Oaks. Done. I'm on.
The Haskell coming up this weekend. What was your favorite edition ever? I'd also be interested in hearing from the viewers what their favorite Haskell was.
I gotta go with 2015 American Pharoah. I was lucky enough to be there. The energy was like so good. Bill Murray was there. Bill Murray. Although huge shout out to the 2009 edition with Rachel Alexandra, also very good. Dan.
Yeah, I'm going to go a little less mainstream. I'm going to go a little more I'm just going to throw it back a little earlier. 2004 for me was like a big moment. I was just getting back into racing. I was into it when I was younger. Kind of went away for a few years to do other stuff that teenagers and young adults do. And then I came back and Lionheart was just this awesome, hard-trying horse who was like always showing up, who's second in the Bluegrass, second in the Derby to Smarty Jones, obviously, and he finally got his day in the sun. So 2004 Haskell for me, Lionheart, always a pretty memorable one.
Very good. Okay, so we have some votes for Rachel, for Pharoah. So you're alone, Dan.
I am alone. Yeah, I figured I would be, but I'm okay. I can travel these streets alone. Let's go. Haskell this weekend. Who do you got?
It's a good question. I'm going to go ahead and go with Dr. Post, which again is not very much of a hipster pick, but he was just so impressive in the Belmont. And if you take Tis the Law out of the equation there, he would have won by open lengths. So Dr. Post, you?
Yeah. That's fair. I want to see how the race shapes up. I haven't honestly done a deep dive on the pace in this race. Of course, I always look at pace before anything else. But I will say Ete Indian had to go really, really fast last out, got dueled into submission by Chivalry, who came back and ran a flat race, I thought, in the Bluegrass Stakes over the weekend. But I thought if Ete Indian could get out there and could establish an easy pace, Authentic chased last out, and that took a lot out of him. He ended up obviously coming up a little short to Honore P in the Santa Anita Derby. I also think that race might have been a bit of a grueling race, might have taken something out of Authentic moving forward. So, I mean, looking toward this weekend, I think Authentic may not be where it needs to be.
That Authentic might not be the real deal. Oh, Authentic and Art Collector in the same race is going to be so fun for horse racing puns.
We've already moved on to question number 4.
I want to focus on puns.
Saratoga opening up Thursday, 2 days from now. What is your favorite race at the Spa?
I'm going to go with the Whitney Handicap. I love the older horses. It's always like just an incredible field. Like, I mean, like, remember when just like all these good horses won it. It's always like a really, really, really good race. Like Honor Code, bananas good race. Like came from the clouds. Why? Oh, good stuff. What's yours?
Yeah, the Whitney's a great one. Obviously, the Traverse. Those are the two that come to mind. Again, in terms of just excitement around the race, you can't beat that. I'm going to go with the Sword Dancer, though. I
love it.
It's always a great race. It brings together some of the best turf horses in the country, and it's just like a mini Breeders' Cup Turf. And so I love that race. But I will say this year, my favorite race is the Forgo, presented by America's Best Racing. For those
absolutely,
who don't know,
obviously.
Absolutely. So the Forgo this year, generally the Sword Dancer, but the Traverse and the Whitney right up there, obviously. I don't hear any beeping. Come on, beep, beep. There we go. Perfect. Summertime food. What do you like to eat this time of year? Obviously, we don't get to go out and eat outdoors in the sun and all the rest of it. But what do you like to eat typically? What's your
So, like, to me, top tier summertime food that is like only for summertime is like a popsicle. You don't have a popsicle in the winter. You're not looking for a popsicle like no one's selling a pumpkin spice popsicle. Like, right? Terrible sounding. I love a pop, so like a rocket pop that you get from the truck that sings at you. Can't top it.
You cannot. But I'm a little surprised. Our crowd today, we've got a decent viewership, yet nobody's commenting. Everyone's either really shy or
what are you talking about? The comments. I think you're on the private chat.
No, I see them. I mean, we've got like 20 comments. I need more than this. Come on, guys.
Dan wants compliments. Dan, what kind of stuff do you want?
You know some stuff. I'm going with oysters. I love oysters.
That's the opposite of a popsicle.
It's the very opposite. It's exactly opposite of a popsicle. No, I love oysters. I love all seafood in the summer, but especially oysters. Crab is awesome. And crab cakes.
That's an anytime food, though.
It's true. Anyway, oysters. I'm going to go with oysters. Coming up, got a lot of stuff coming up. I like this reaction to the oysters. That's great.
I hate to say it. I used to be a huge oyster fan, and then I had a run-in with an unfriendly oyster during Pegasus week, when it was also the night of the Eclipse Awards the night before, and I've never been able to get back on the oyster train since then. Vanessa, slushies.
Same mindset as you. Get something cold because it's warm out. So upcoming live streams, a lot on tap. Grab a pen, grab a paper.
They literally can just
your phone. No, but this is so exciting. You guys are on your phone now. Just set the schedule. So starting tomorrow, our friends at the Breeders' Cup, they've got cocktails and conversations. That's 6:00 Eastern on the Breeders' Cup social media channels. It's hosted by Brittany Urton and Nick Luck. The guests this week are Saul Kuman and Starlight Racing. So a little bit of preview of some of the horses that you'll probably see down the road in the Breeders' Cup. Also, a couple of horses that are running this weekend at Monmouth will also be discussed. So check them out tomorrow at 6:00. Then Thursday at 6:00, Woodbine Live is back on our social media channels, ABR, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube this week. Ashley Mayu, Emily Gullickson, Robert Reed Jr., and myself. talking about and betting on races at Woodbine for 2 hours straight. What could be more fun? Gamble with us. That's Thursday. Wait, Thursday's not over. 10:15 p.m. Eastern time. More action for you. Betting After Dark. Anita Marks and Ashley Mayu. They're going to be previewing the Monmouth card, digging into all the stakes races. So check that out. You can find that on Anita's Twitter, which is at Anita Marks. And then the big one, we come back with the launch Saturday. Just announced this, 4:30 Eastern, Breeders' Cup Live, Haskell edition. Our first time doing a Breeders' Cup live show, 4:30 Eastern. We're going to be streaming on Breeders' Cup social media channels. We're going to have a ton of guests live from the track. We're also going to be previewing the races, handicapping, betting. It should be a good time. I'll be hosting with Ren Carruthers, who's the Future Stars Friday or Future Stars forecast host. So check that out. Breeders' Cup social channel, Saturday, 4:30. You can watch the race on NBC, and then you can check out all that coverage leading up to the race on the Breeders' Cup social channels. Was I right? Did they need a pen and paper, or was that could they just go back and watch this?
I mean, both.
Okay.
I guess. Also, hi, Carlos from Newmarket, England. Love that. Carlos, what are you guys eating in the summer in Newmarket? Is it popsicles or is it oysters? Because apparently those are the two things that we offer here in America.
The extremes. Stephanie knows what's up. She knows how to get on the board. I like it. Carlos, we'll get you in here from Newmarket. You can let us know what your food preferences are. Vanessa, you love Ren. I think you'll love this.
I love Ren. I mean, she's amazing.
A ball of energy every time. So looking forward to it. 4:30 Eastern, Breeders' Cup Live on Saturday. Join us for that. And yeah, we'll see you next week here. Same place, same time.
Yeah, I mean, I'll show up.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you.